Good.
Good to see you here, Paul. I'm impressed
We are
that you're
back.
covering women's basketball, big guy.
Now we are just
I wouldn't want to cover what's happening right now in this world. Great to see all of you, and Coach, let's get it started. Just another season, but there's so much excitement about this sport.
You're familiar with Louisiana, and people love to support winners. And I think you're seeing a lot of good things happen at LSU the last several years. Certainly our national championship, our Elite Eight. But we have a new team now, and we have to prepare for a new season, another season in the good old tough SEC. And what better place to start than with these two guys, Anissa and Flau'jae.
And ladies, it came out earlier that there were three people tied for preseason player of the year, whatever that means. I guess it's the anticipation. You two are both in that group with a young lady from Madison Booker from Texas. That's a good way to start, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. I would just say just the media honors.
Let's listen
me.
to the LSU
Just try to
Tigers
stay
women's
motivated with
basketball
my
head
team.
coach
Me
and
Flau'jae
the
gonna
two
challenge each other
players
every day like we did
of
last
our
year
women's
with
basketball
skills
team
and
for
just on
LSU
the floor.
Tigers.
So just continuing to challenge each other.
And for
work
Kim, let
hard.
me tell you something. She's a very aggressive coach
I
ever.
feel like we just saw you on TV. Was it last night? I mean, you're making the rounds. What's it like? Not only one of the best basketball players in America, but also somebody who's incredibly well known and respected outside of your lane.
Yeah, no, it's fun. Just being able to live both dreams. Just being able to do it at LSU, the highest stature. But
That's,
right now,
that's
I'm
probably
really
Flau'jae Johnson. Yup.
Like Coach Mookie said,
I
we
know
got a
her.
new team. Every day we have to come in.
I
and
really
work
know
hard
her
and try to
because
stack days. You know, that's what
her
it's about
hair
right
is
now.
pretty
So,
too, you know.
of course, music is where my heart is, but I'm itching to play. Like I'm itching to get on the floor.
I mean, so there's plenty. I mean, I don't want to say there's plenty of time for music later. I mean, it's a bizarre feel, but you have a song with Lil Wayne, and he's everywhere as well. I mean, if I could put basketball on pause for just a second, what was that experience like?
It was super cool. I actually got the Lil Wayne feature because of basketball, which was crazy. After we won the national championship game, Sue Bird was like, Lil Wayne, are you going to do a song with Flau'jae? Yeah, Sue Bird. And he was like, yeah. And then Coach Mookie, she was talking. You know, Coach Mookie know everybody. And so... You know, it just kind of happened, and the song happened, the video happened. Coach Mookie was in the video, so that was great. And it was amazing. The whole situation was a blessing.
Now, this is growing up where I know you grew up. You're a little more country-fied up there. So how would you adjust? I mean, it's the music of the moment. What are your thoughts on being involved in something like that, Coach?
Well, people forget I have two children. They're now grown, but when Lil Wayne and Flau'jae did their thing, my son thought it was the coolest thing ever. And he goes, Mom, you really, really don't understand how big a deal it is. Lil Wayne, Mom, Lil Wayne. And he just kept screaming it at me. So I know a little bit about rap. Of course, being from Louisiana and being from South Louisiana, we have tons of rappers. And Flau'jae found her little niche right there at LSU and in Baton Rouge. And we play her music, don't we, Anissa? We'll play her song. What do you call it? It's not songs. It's not music. It's
freestyle.
Freestyle. See, I've learned a thing or two. So we'll do that during practice. But, Paul, when it's a bad practice and I'm not in a good mood, I turn up the country music.
So what? So your period is a little bit. So when you were growing up, what was? I know you girls are gonna laugh. What was the go-to for you?
Well, growing up, I didn't like country music, but as you get older and you're, say, out on the road recruiting, you listen to words of songs.
Right.
And so I grew into being someone who appreciates country music. They'll tell you probably more than I will, the ones I'll listen to. It's all of it, any of it, the old time.
What is it? What are you subjected to have to listen to?
Okay, let me tell you, the one I like, my friend named Jack, I like that one. She was playing that one.
That's Little Big Town.
They're great.
Little Big Town.
Two of them are from right here.
She comes like Tina Turner, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, Tina Turner was my generation. Yeah, but that's not country.
That ain't country. But I don't know the names of the country people. I just know
Tina Turner is somebody to pay attention to. Just her whole story.
We have fun with music. How can you not living in Louisiana?
No doubt. You were mentioning off the air. We came in watching Brian Kelly. Coach was trying to get Flagey to pay the bill for how much? It's like a couple $100,000. I don't want to put you on. How much is it?
$250.
$250? Yeah.
She knows. She
Yeah, I've
knows. She
seen
was
it.
there.
I've
She
seen
was
it.
on
Now,
the field.
I'm not about to ask you, Flagey. You just like pull that out of your purse, but you probably could.
She's not going to tell you. Sure, she could. But hey, Flagey's frugal with her money, so she's smart. She's not going to pay that bill.
No, I'm not. Let me go.
You tell Brian Kelly's up in about 11 million a year. You tell him to worry about it.
Yeah.
And I don't think he
And,
would buy
and
it.
please be Alabama because y'all gonna have to pay another $250 because we going back on the field.
Now you're making me uncomfortable because we're in Alabama.
Go
I
Tigers.
know you're flying all over the country, but you're in Alabama right now.
Oh yeah, we in enemy
You're
territory.
in sweet home Alabama.
We can sing that if we have
That
to.
was Leonard Skinner. I don't know. That's Southern rock. If we can, go through. Let's get to basketball for just a second, if we could. Coach, you've been on quite a run. It never ends. The drama, the excitement of this league. What are your thoughts? I mean, you're highly thought of. Feels like another run, but what do you know here in mid-October?
I don't know as much as I'll know a month from now. You deal with little nagging injuries, but once we get them all on the same page, Paul, and we can get into a game type setting every week, I'll get a better feel for it. I know that we have returning players that have great experience. She has a national championship ring. She has an Elite Eight experience. You can't understand the value of that. It's so important. And then you add the mixture of new players. We have transfers. We have one freshman. And they're all competing every day and trying to get a little playing time. And so we're going to guard you and we're going to rebound. I can tell you those two things.
Any dissent here from the Star Chamber?
Nah, that's right on point. I mean, even being a junior now, you kind of get a feel for everything that's going on, and you don't kind of think too much of right now. You kind of just think of just starting to roll, you know what I'm saying, at the right times, and roll when November and December comes around and you head into SEC play. So, it's just about building right now and learning each other and just keeping that chemistry going.
It's hard to believe you're.
Yeah, that's Flagey Johnson, I know.
So omnipresent since the beginning.
It would be great if EA Sports could make
that's stunning.
brand new college basketball game, even a
It was a
volleyball game
blessing
that
that
we
I
want
got
to talk
to,
about.
all I wanted to do was get on that floor, right? And I knew as a freshman playing for Coach Moki, like a lot of freshmen don't start, and I was blessed to start that whole season, but it's because of my tenacity on defense and my ability to rebound. And I'm just so glad that I was able to do that because I gained so much experience. But even just playing with, Alexis Morris, Andrew Reese, LaDeja Williams, all those players, like, they prepared me for, like, this moment to be able to help lead my team. So, man, it's just been a blessing to have this experience.
And Angel is at the epicenter of women's basketball right now. I hate to be a fanboy and ask about that because you're a friend and teammate. But explain the genius and the brilliance of her.
I mean, just being able to rebound like that, that's like some Dennis Rodman type stuff, right? Like being able to.
Now you're talking my day.
Being able to rebound like that and have a knack for the ball and having the will to go get a rebound, you know what I'm saying? That's a big deal. So, she was just an amazing player for us. She broke a lot of records and, man, she's killing it in the WNBA. So we were just lucky to have her.
Anissa can probably answer that better than anybody, having to compete with her down in the post every day.
Yeah, I would say rebounding every day, I know that it's not easy. It's
You look like you
hard.
survived very well.
It takes the will to just want to do it and just have that mindset to stay hungry. I feel like that's something that we're priding ourselves on this year, is just staying hungry. You have to be aggressive with going to rebound and just have a knack for it. It's not just rebounds falling in your hand. And Angel did a great job last year going after her rebounds and missed shots and just helping on the floor as much as she could.
I know Coach keeps you grounded.
Now I heard that LSU will open up the season against Eastern Kentucky on November the 4th. Looks like all games are starting pretty early, but not last year. It was starting on the 6th, but not this year. It's going to be the different new. That is November the 4th.
Being on a team this celebrated.
For me,
So
I think
much
it
theme
just
songs.
adds more of a will to prepare.
Crap.
Because you're going to get everybody's best shot. you know, you can't take an off day. And even, you really can't in the SEC anyway.
Right.
You know, there's so many great teams. Like every night it's a dogfight. So, you know, it kind of just makes me want to be more prepared.
I'm gonna regret asking about the celebrity of where you ladies are, but I mean, you as a great player, you cross paths into music. Your eyes have to open pretty widely when the people, I'm sure all kinds of different people are reaching out to you. Obviously, we know about you, but what is that? I mean, you're still a very young lady.
For me, it was very eye-opening. Of course, being about this school, like, we didn't get the fan base that, you know, we get here in the support. And just seeing how you could literally hug somebody or sign somebody's shirt and they're literally crying over you. I would feel like it's very eye-opening. You just never know how much of an impact that you have on society or just the younger generation.
Coach, you've experienced it at so many levels with 4 national championships, but it does feel different today, though, doesn't it?
Paul, listen, I can't describe it to you, and you know what I experienced at Louisiana Tech, the Olympics, Baylor. It is just different at LSU, and I say this all the time. If you don't want the spotlight on you and you don't want to be a part of big brands and branding, LSU's not the place for you. Because not only in women's basketball, but in other sports as well, you can't run from it. You can't hide from it. We're the flagship university in the state, and I've never seen anything like it. We're almost sold out season tickets. I think we have 200 more to sell, and then that's it. They're cutting it off, and that speaks volumes. Again, this will be the second year in a row that's happened.
Well, we'll let you get going, but I just want to say to you, and this is a confession.
I was
very nervous interviewing both of you because I've seen so much. I was on campus recently and heard all about you ladies, and have a great season. And Coach, it is finally great to reconnect. We're connected somehow through Louisiana, northern Louisiana, not where you folks are. Thank you very much. Have a great year.
Thank you, Paul.
What an incredible thrill this was. We'll take a short break. We are back to...
And then coming up next, we're going to hear something from the Alabama women's basketball team. But first, the head coach and the 2 basketball players. We'll be right back.